Alright, I'm gonna redo the intro because I think I forgot some stuff. Sorry for my voice is all weird, my hair's messed up because I just woke up. But so yesterday I did a video about angelfish and how to get a pair, and I think I forgot to mention how we started off. Basically what we did was go to the pet store. We picked up one angelfish, went to the pet store the next day, picked up 2 more angelfish, went to the pet store the 3rd day, picked up 2 more angelfish, so we had 5 angelfish in a 55-gallon. And within a week, or maybe 2 weeks, we had one pair off, or 2. Takes 2 to tango, huh guys? But they paired off and laid about 700, 800 eggs, maybe like 1,000. It was hard to tell because it was on a leaf. But yeah, so in this video we're gonna separate them and show you how it's done. We're out here in Jason's backyard where we do our summer tubbing. We're about to empty out a 30-gallon tank that we tubbed in last year, and we kept back some of the swordtails, some select ones for this year's tubbing. I'll show you guys the tub we used last year, which actually has a little largemouth bass in it, and then I'll show you the 30-gallon with all the swordtails that will be going into tubs this year, which includes some koi swords, which you guys have seen, and some neon swords. This is the one from last year. You can see, oh, he disappeared somewhere, but there's a little bass. Oh, there he is, just chilling. This is gonna get redone into some live bear paradise summer tubbing in the revamped greenhouse. We got water and electricity out here. We're gonna clean up all this, put a roof on, and your boys are gonna have some serious tubbing going on. Ooh. Alright guys, finally got the tank in the car. Had to use a little Civic. Guys, check it out what we go through just to move one 30-gallon tank. Alright, we got freaking the tank, all the supplies, the light. Got a bunch of cinder blocks in the back and a bunch of bottles for water changes. And Jason's over there grabbing his the pieces of wood to go across the top. It's been a crazy morning, guys, but we're about to get out of here. Alright, so we finally made it over to Jason's dad's house. Here's an empty tank behind me that had all the swordtails, and that's the tank they're going in. It looks small in the background, but it's really big. It's like a 45 or 50. There is a pair in there, and there was another male in there, but we had to separate him because he was getting beat to shit. Check him out now. Chilling by himself in his own tank, rejuvenating all his fins and everything. And here is the 45-gallon. These guys paired off right here. They laid on one of those leaves.
2 tricolors.
Yup. And those are some more swordtails that we raised up from the pond last year. And here's the rest of them that are going in there. Well, that was quick. We got them all in there, as you can see. Now this tank has the koi swords and a bunch of the ones we raised up from the ponds. We counted about 40 or 50. So we probably got a couple hundred from the ponds in one summer, and we started off with like 3 swordtails, so they definitely produced some good fish. Look at this male koi sword. He looks real nice in here. Oof. And there you have it. Also got this plant in here, throwing a little flower. Me and Jason are just both getting into live plants. We don't know that much about them, but obviously they like the water here, huh? Alright, step 2 or 3 or 4, wherever we are about to start filling the new tank. We took off a cinder block to make it shorter, more even with the other tank. Let me show you how it's looking so far. There we go. Got the 45 on the right, the 30 on the left. We have that DIY stand, Learned that from Aquarium Co-op. Shout out to Corey. It's just 3 pieces of wood on top of 4 cinder blocks, and that's a 30-gallon. So that stand, we got the wood for free from Craigslist and cinder blocks for free too, but it probably cost like $5 or $10 at Home Depot to make that stand. Alright, so we're just cleaning everything down one last time. Pretty much got everything set up. Eventually we're going to move that 10-gallon over here so we can put a little egg hatching station over at Jason's house, because we're about to get cracking with the breeding game. Over here's the new tank we set up. We threw a little Java moss in there just because the angelfish can have something to hide behind. There's some snails in there to help keep it clean. I wouldn't worry too much about the snails getting on the eggs and eating them or anything. I have them in mine, and I've seen numerous people that do that. We have a heater that's a little too small, but we have it near the bottom and right by the sponge filter, so it should be just fine. This is a 30-gallon tank, by the way, folks. We're finally getting the angels out of the old 45 and putting them in their new 30-gallon home. We got it set up with the slate. You can see we got a heater. Throw some Java moss in there. We have a sponge going full blast, and it is ready. Here we go. We both go with the plop and drop method. Both the tanks are pretty much the same temperature. I don't really like cross-contaminating things, so plop and drop seems to be the best way to do it. And the fish are just from one tank to the other. They don't have to waste time acclimating to the tank or whatever. I do use drip acclimation for like shrimp and stuff, but for fish like this I just do the plop and drop. Even worked for the wild discus. Alright, fish homies, this is it, the 30-gallon tank. This is a basic breeder tank. We didn't paint the sides or back because there's nothing to the side or to the back, so they'll be fine. Here's a little close-up of them hanging out in their new house, feeling a lot less stressed. You can see the fin nip on the one right there. That's some aggressiveness from the old gold ones. Now they don't have to worry about that because they got their own space. Soon you will see eggs in the near future. Now the gold angels in there can have this tank to themselves for a little bit. We're actually going to go to Home Depot and get some egg crate or light diffuser, whatever you want to call it, and divide this tank up so they can have their own section. And we're going to put the black one back in here and maybe pick up a few more. Made it out to Home Depot, about to pick up that light crate. Hopefully I don't get hit by a car. Does anyone else ever have trouble finding stuff at Home Depot? Because it's impossible, and it's hard to find people that work here too. Let's see. Where is everybody? Oh. Literally found it right when I stopped recording. It's right here. And there's people like everywhere working right here. So that's where everyone is too. Let me give you a close-up of what it looks like. So this is all it is, guys. Plastic light diffuser stuff. Or egg crate, whatever they call it. Back from Home Depot. This is what the tank looks like without the divider. We're about to cut it to shape and put it in here. We're probably just gonna leave one sponge and one plant on one side, and then leave it a little more heavily planted on the other side, and throw some other angels in there. And the gold angels, this guy and this guy will be separated on the smaller side. Hopefully they will give us some eggs soon. So this is a final product of today's hard work. We got another breeding pair of angels that we got ourselves in this community tank, and now we split the community tank up, and hopefully these two are a pair. They act identically like a pair, so hopefully they lay. We have another slate we're gonna put in there, and hopefully they lay within the next couple of weeks. Then we'll have 3 pairs. And then we got this big dark guy in here all to himself, but we're about to pick 2 or 3 more up so we can get some more pairs. We're figuring out this is a good way to get pairs, the community tanks of angels.